one of the more interesting comments people make, persons of other faiths, is this: I can't accept the Book of Mormon because it contradicts the Bible. Well, my temptation at that moment is to say, we can't talk about this until you take the time to read the Book of Mormon. Why? Because you're coming at this from a position of ignorance. For if you had read the book, you would know that it's confirmatory of every basic, fundamental, and even difficult and heavy, deep doctrinal matter that the Bible teaches. As one who for 40 years taught the Book of Mormon and for 40 years taught the Old and New Testaments, which I did, I think I would know if there were contradictions. There aren't contradictions. We're talking about a united witness. There's an interesting occasion when Jesus appears to the two disciples on the road to Emmaus. They don't know who he is. His glory is kept from them. They don't seem to recognize him. He's asking them what's going on. They relate to him all the things that have happened back in town, and haven't you heard about this Jesus? And then, of course, at a certain point, he kind of scolds them. Oh, fools and slow of heart, that you wouldn't recognize that Jesus was doing the very thing he was sent to do. And then he says, and then he begins to open the Scriptures to them. And it says, he then expounded all the Scriptures in one concerning himself. Now, I think that means he then showed to them how the Old Testament passages and other things bore a powerful, united witness of who he was. There's an episode in the Book of Mormon where the risen Christ stands with the Nephites and teaches them, and of the account at the end of the 23rd chapter of 3rd Nephi, it says, he expounded all the Scriptures in one. Now, I think that means he took Old Testament passages that bore witness of him. He took Nephite passages that bore witness of him. He took Jaredite passages that bore witness of him and showed how they all bore the same testimony. When I study the Book of Mormon, I find myself able to go back to the Bible and see things with clarity. There are times when I study the New Testament and I find myself able to go back to the Book of Mormon and see things with greater clarity. They are a unified witness. And so for a person to say that the Book of Mormon contradicts the Bible is for a person to say, I haven't read the book.